Good morning students, this is Latif sir. Today I'll discuss about temperature volume relationship in gases. In the last video I've already discussed about pressure volume relationship and Boyle's law. And today I am going to discuss about temperature volume relationship. And this relationship is easily seen when an inflated balloon is left in bright sun and it bursts. This is because the air inside the balloon expands with rise in temperature. So, in general, you can say an increase in temperature at constant pressure an increase in temperature at constant pressure causes an increase in volume, and similarly a decrease in temperature at constant pressure causes a decrease in volume. Okay, and the temperature volume relationship in gases can be described by Charles law. By Charles law. According to Charles law, the statement of Charles law is that the pressure, if pressure remaining constant, the volume of a given mass of a dry gas increases or decreases by 1 by 273 of its volume at 0 degrees Celsius for each 1 degree increase or decrease in temperature respectively. According to Charles' law, if pressure remaining constant, the volume of a given mass of a dry gas increases or decreases by 1 by 273 of its volume at 0 degrees Celsius for each 1 degree rise in 1 degree increase or decrease in temperature respectively. Now see mathematical expression of Charles' law. Mathematical expression of Charles' law. Let V0 is the volume of a fixed mass of a gas at 0 degrees Celsius and VV the volume of the same gas at temperature T degrees Celsius. V0 is the volume at 0 degrees Celsius and V is the volume at T degrees Celsius, small t degrees Celsius pressure at constant pressure. Then according to Charles' law, you can write V volume at T degrees Celsius is equal to volume at 0 degrees Celsius plus V0 by 273 into small t, where small t is the temperature in Celsius scale. So V is equal to V0 plus V0 by 273 into small t. After rearranging, you can write this equation as V is equal to V0 into, you can write the same equation after rearranging. V is equal to, that is volume at T degree Celsius is equal to V0, that is volume at 0 degree Celsius into 1 plus T by 273 degrees 1 plus T by 273, or V is equal to V0 into 273 plus T by 273. Okay, so finally the equation becomes V is equal to V0 into 273 plus T by 273. This is the final mathematical expression of Charles' law. Now you can also replace the 273 plus T by capital T, where capital T is the temperature in Kelvin scale. You know that T is equal to, capital T is equal to 273 plus small t, where small t is the temperature in Celsius scale. Okay, so after putting the after replacing 273 plus t small t by capital T, the equation becomes V is equal to V0 by 273 into capital T. After replacing 273 plus small t by capital T, the equation becomes V equal to V0 by 273 into capital T. Now for a given mass of a gas, the V0 by 273 remain constant. So you can write capital V, that is volume at T degrees Celsius, capital V is equal to K into capital T, where K is a constant. So V is directly proportional to capital T. Volume of the gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Capital T is the temperature in Kelvin scale, which is also called absolute temperature. Or V by T is equal to constant. V by T is equal to constant. This is another statement of Charles' law, that is the ratio of the volume to temperature ratio remain constant at constant pressure. So the alternating statement of Charles' law is that the Charles' law may be restated as volume of a given mass of a dry gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. V is directly proportional to capital T. Okay, volume of a given mass of a dry gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature, that is temperature in Kelvin scale, if the pressure remain constant. Okay, so suppose the gas occupies V1 centimeter cube at T1 Kelvin temperature. Suppose the gas occupies V1 centimeter cube at T1 Kelvin temperature and V2 centimeter cube at T2 Kelvin temperature. Then by Charles' law you can write V1 directly proportional to T1, that is volume is directly proportional to absolute temperature, V1 is directly proportional to T1, or V1 is equal to KT1, or V1 by T1 is equal to constant. Similarly, V2 is directly proportional to T2, or V2 by T2 is equal to constant K. V2 by T2 is equal to K. So the mathematical expression of Charles' law becomes V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2 is equal to constant. This is more applicable mathematical expression of Charles' law. V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2 is equal to constant at a constant pressure, where V1 is the volume at T1 Kelvin and V2 is the volume at T2 Kelvin, and this is called Charles' law equation. And according to this equation, if temperature is double, the volume would be double, and if the temperature is reduced by half, the volume would also be reduced by half. If temperature is reduced by half, the volume would also be reduced by half. Okay, now see mathematical graphical representation of Charles' law. Graphical representation means the volume versus temperature graph. Okay, so graphical representation of Charles' law, the relationship between volume and temperature of a gas can be plotted on a graph, and the graph is shown below. This is the graph, volume versus temperature, and temperature in Celsius scale. Okay, and the graph is a straight line. It is the straight line. Okay, and it is also called isobar because the temperature remain constant. So the one straight line you will get if you plot volume versus temperature graph. Okay, and according to this graph, if you decrease the temperature at minus 273 degrees Celsius, the volume becomes 0. At minus 273 degrees Celsius, the volume of the gas becomes 0. If you decrease the temperature at minus 273, the volume of the gas becomes 0. Okay, and this temperature, this minus 273 degrees Celsius temperature, is known as absolute zero temperature. Now explanation of Charles' law in terms of molecular motion or kinetic theory. Explanation of Charles' law in terms of molecular motion or kinetic theory. According to kinetic theory of gases, the average kinetic energy of gas particles is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Average kinetic energy of particles or gas molecule is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. This is according to kinetic theory. Thus, when temperature of gas is increased, the particles of gas would move faster and will strike the wall of the container more frequently and vigorously. Similarly, if the pressure is constant, kept constant, volume increases proportionately. Okay, that means if you increase temperature, volume of the gas will be increased, and hence at a constant pressure, volume of a given mass of a gas is directly proportional to its temperature, and this is known as Charles law. Now, absolute zero temperature, I have told what is absolute zero temperature. The temperature minus 273 degrees Celsius is known as absolute zero temperature, and this temperature on Kelvin scale it is 0 Kelvin. Okay, and you can you can get this value using Charles law, mathematical expression of Charles law, that is V is equal to V0 into 273 plus T by 273, 273 plus T by 273. Now put the value of small t is equal to minus 273, small t is equal to minus 273, then you'll see that V becomes 0. If you write small t is equal to minus 273 degrees Celsius, then you will see that V becomes 0. Okay, and this minus 273 degrees Celsius is known as absolute zero temperature, and on Kelvin scale it is 0 Kelvin. Okay, so according to Lord Kelvin, if temperature of an enclosed gas at 0 degrees Celsius is lowered to minus 273 degrees Celsius, its volume becomes 0. However, this is not possible because gas is one of the state of matter and hence must have some definite mass and volume. This temperature, this absolute zero temperature, that is minus 273 degrees Celsius, this is not possible because gas is one of the state of matter and hence must have some definite mass and volume. And the temperature minus 273 degrees Celsius is known as absolute zero temperature. And you have to remember, all gases liquefy or solidify before reaching this temperature. All gases liquefy or solidify before reaching this temperature, and this is a theoretical concept. Theoretically, this is the lowest temperature. Theoretically, this is the lowest temperature that can ever be reached. At this temperature, all molecular motion cease. However, practically speaking, this temperature is impossible to attain. Practically, this temperature is impossible to attain. This is a theoretical concept. Theoretically, at minus 273 degrees Celsius, the volume of all gases becomes 0. Okay, but practically it is not possible to attain this temperature. Now, absolute or Kelvin scale of temperature, I have told. Absolute scale means Kelvin temperature, Kelvin scale of temperature. Okay, and the temperature scale with its 0 at minus 273.15 degrees Celsius, and whose each degree is equal to 1 degree on Celsius scale, is called the Kelvin or absolute scale of temperature. And how to convert the value of Celsius scale into Kelvin scale? The value on the Celsius scale can be converted into Kelvin scale by adding 273 to 8. Suppose 25 degrees Celsius, then you have to add 25 plus 273. 25 plus 273, that is 298 Kelvin. Now, one numerical problem I have given based on Charles law. One 120 centimeter cube of a gas is taken. V1 is given 120 centimeter cube of a gas is taken at 27.3 Kelvin. So T1 is 27.3 Kelvin and V1 is 120. Now the temperature is then raised to 0 degrees Celsius. So T2 is 0 degrees Celsius. You have to convert the 0 degrees Celsius into Kelvin. So 0 degrees Celsius, 0 degree plus 273, that means 273 Kelvin. Okay, final temperature T2 is 273 Kelvin. And what is the new volume? You have to calculate V2 final volume. The pressure is kept constant. So V1 is 120 centimeter cube, V2 T1 is 27.3 Kelvin. You have to find out V2 final volume, and final temperature T2 is given 0 degree Celsius or 273 Kelvin. And now use Charles equation, that is V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2, and put the value. So V1 means 120 and T1 is 27.3, and V2 you have to calculate, and T2 is 273. So after rearranging, and you will get V2 is equal to 1200 centimeter cube. V2 final volume will be 1200 centimeter cube. So the gas at 0 degree Celsius would occupy a volume of 1200 centimeter cube. Okay, and you have to solve this type of problem based on Charles law. Now gas equation, the gas equation, that is pressure, volume and temperature relationship in a single equation. Okay, Boyle's law represent the pressure volume relationship. Charles law only represent the temperature volume relationship, and the gas equation represent the pressure, volume and temperature relationship. If both pressure and temperature of a fixed mass of a gas are varied, a combination of Boyle's and Charles law gives us a fixed relationship amongst its volume, pressure and temperature. So using Boyle's law and Charles law, you can get the gas law equation. And according to Boyle's law, we know volume is inversely proportional to pressure. So V proportionality sign 1 by P. This is according to Boyle's law. And now according to Charles' law, V's volume is directly proportional to absolute temperature. So V proportionality sign T. Okay. So by combining these two equations, the equation becomes V proportionality sign 1 by P into T, or V is equal to T by P is into some constant K. Okay, or PV by T is equal to constant. PV by T is equal to constant. So accordingly, if the volume of a given mass of a gas, changes from V1 to V2, its pressure changes, and pressure from P1 to P2, and its temperature from T1 to T2, then according to the combined gas law, okay, you can write P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2 is equal to constant. And this equation is obtained by combining Boyle's law and Charles law. Okay, so combined gas law equation is P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. And using this equation, you have to do some numerical problem. You have to solve some numerical problem based on this equation. And this expression is known as gas law equation. Okay, now standard temperature and pressure. Standard temperature is 0 degree Celsius or 273 Kelvin, and standard pressure is 760 millimeter Hg pressure or 76 centimeter Hg pressure or 1 atm. Okay, in millimeter Hg pressure it is 760 millimeter Hg pressure, in centimeter Hg pressure it is 76 centimeter Hg pressure, and in atm it is standard pressure is 1 atm. Okay, you have to remember the standard temperature, value of standard temperature and value of standard pressure in different units. And based on combined gas law equation, I have given one numerical. So 1 liter of a gas, 1 liter, that means initial volume V1 is 1 liter of a gas at 10 degrees Celsius. So T1 is 10 degrees Celsius. You have to convert 10 degrees Celsius into Kelvin by adding 273 with 10. Okay, so T1 is 10 degrees Celsius, that means 10 plus 273, that means 283 Kelvin. T1 is 283 Kelvin, and V1 is 1 liter. 1 liter of a gas at 10 degrees Celsius is heated till both volume and pressure are triple. So let volume, initial pressure is P, and final pressure P2 will be 3P, because pressure become triple and volume also become triple. So initial volume is 1 liter, so final volume is will be 3 liter. But pressure is not given here, so you have to assume initial pressure P1 is equal to P, so final pressure will be 3P. Find the new temperature. You have to calculate T2. Find. Okay, so T1 is given, V1 is 1 liter given, P1 you have to take P1 as P, and then P2 will be 3P, and V1, as V1 is 1 liter, then V2 will be 3 liter, because both volume and pressure becomes triple, and you have to calculate final temperature T2. So using the gas law equation, P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. Using this gas law equation, P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. Just substitute the values of T1, P1, V1 and P2 V2. You will get final temperature T2. Okay, so the final temperature T2 will be, after rearranging the T2, P will cancel, and final temperature will be 2547 Kelvin. And you have to convert this Kelvin temperature into Celsius scale. Just subtract by 273. Okay, so in Kelvin Celsius scale it will become 2274 degrees Celsius, or 2274 degrees Celsius. Okay, and in Kelvin scale is 2547 Kelvin. And you have to solve such type of numerical problem based on combined gas law equation. Okay, thank you student, this chapter is completed.